Hey everybody, it's Brant and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I am going to be doing the KISS vinyl tag for 2025. This is a fun little project that I was asked by the record spinner to be involved in, and it's involving several channels. It's involving my channel, Rick from ItsAllForYouDemon's channel, Glen for Tales of KISS Geek, and Xander from KISS Army Things. And we were all contacted and asked to come up with a couple entries to do for the vinyl tag. And so what this video is going to be is those vinyl tags that we all came up with collectively together. And so be sure to look out for the other guys. I'm going to tag them in my description of the video. Be sure to go to their channels because some videos have already released. I know the record spinner has already released. ItsAllForYouDemon has already released. I don't know if Glen's, if Tales from the KISS Geek has released yet. And I don't think Xander's is releasing until sometime this weekend. But mine will probably be releasing maybe before Xander's or about the same time as Xander's. But everybody's, by the time my video comes out, everybody should be out or be close to coming out. So just be sure that you go and check out those videos. So before I get into it, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. This is also my first video of 2025. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had a good New Year and that everybody had a good holiday and everybody's looking forward to 2025. And I've not been to work yet in 2025. The last time I worked was last year, haha. And I actually go back after this weekend after having some time off and some deserved and well-needed time off to just chill out with family and my wife and just to relax and recharge a little bit. So in the midst of all that, I was doing this. And so I've got some records stacked here. I'm going to get right into it and go with the first tag. And I've got them listed on my phone here. The very first tag is Never Enough, the KISS album that you have the most copies of. That was a Tales of a KISS Geek submission. I will say that the most copies I have of an album is 7. The runner-up is 6 copies, which the runner-up is Love Gun. I have 6 copies of Love Gun. I love Love Gun, and so I collect it for different reasons. I love Love Gun. I love the artwork, so I collect a lot of it. But the album I have the most of, and this might not be any surprise to anybody, is this album right here, Destroyer. So let's see how many. I think I said I have 7 already. So this is my Walmart exclusive orange Destroyer Resurrected, still sealed. This is my 45th anniversary Destroyer, and this is one that opens up, and I believe it has multicolored vinyl inside of it. So when you look at it, it looks like one of the sleeves looks like this, the other sleeve looks like this, and the vinyl, one of them is red, and I believe the other one is orange. And this opens up. It's a dual album. It's got LP 1 is Destroyer, the album remastered. Side 1, side 2. LP is side 3 is Paul Stanley demos, God of Thunder and Rock and Roll, Detroit Rock City, Love Is All Right, and the Gene Simmons demos, Don't Want No Romance, Rock and Roll's Royce, and Star. And then side 4 is Rarities, Beth, the acoustic mix, Shout Out Loud, mono single, edit, King of the Nighttime World, live rehearsal, instrumental, Detroit Rock City instrumental, Flaming Youth early version, and Shout It Out Loud alternate mix. And so this is the 45th anniversary, 21 total tracks. So that's my second copy. My third is Destroyer Resurrected again. And some people, they say that Destroyer and Destroyer Resurrects are 2 different releases. Technically they are, but I still call them Destroyer. This is just the, I think this is just the 2014 remix from the original tapes, Bob Ezrin. I don't think it's a colored vinyl. It just says on 180 virgin vinyl, whatever that means. And then I have this one is a sealed version of Destroyer. I believe this is a 2014. It says limited edition on the back. It's not open, and I'm horrible about opening my albums. Sometimes I just collect them, and I'm a collector. And so sometimes I just collect them and I don't open them. Someday I'll have a video where I open all my albums, probably before I die or something. Before I stop making videos. This is 45 for Detroit Rock City that I just happen to have stuck in the back of there. Then here is another version of Destroyer that is still sealed. And this is a 180 gram. Says there. That's version number 5. That's 5. Well, I may have 8 versions. This is an original pressing. And it's a Bogey Blue label, I believe. I don't know how everybody else is doing their videos. I've not watched other people's videos. So if I'm doing mine totally different than theirs, oh well, you're just getting a bonus. Yeah, so it's a blue label. It is pressing MBLP 7025. Next up is another early version of Destroyer. And this is Shout It Out Loud and Sweet Pain on a 45. This is another early version, blue label, MBLP 7045. I think this was originally my placeholder. Sometimes as I'm looking for an album, because the cover's not in the greatest shape, it's got some stains. I think it smells like beer or something. But sometimes I will buy, if I don't have a copy of an album, I will buy a placeholder. And this might have been my placeholder for some time. And then my final copy, I'm not going to go through opening it up because I think I've got another video where I've gone through it before, but is the box set of the albums. These are the, no, these are CDs actually, not the albums. I would rather have had the albums, and they released the albums, but I already have it on CD, so I'm not going to redo it. So, but this is the CDs and the Blu-ray audio, and this is the box set. So that is my final version of Destroyer that I have there. So that is a total of 8 albums, 8 copies of Destroyer that I have. So the next tag is She's So European, love that song, favorite foreign pressing, and this comes from ItsAllForYouDemon. And I had to actually dig a little bit for this one because I didn't think that I had a foreign pressing, because I'm not a big foreign pressing collector. But I knew that somewhere along the way I remember seeing or thinking I've got a foreign pressing, because I've got one pressing of an album that is really weird, and I've highlighted it before on my channel, and it is this album that is actually from the UK, and this particular version of this album was released in September of '94. But this is actually from the Casablanca Phonogram Priceless series. This is a PRID 3 copy of Kiss Alive. And the record sleeves look like this. The albums are the film works, and it says right there on it, if I can get it close enough, you'll see it says PRID 3 right there. And the weird thing about this album, it's always a conversation piece whenever I show it to people, is the fact that the album itself It's very glossy. You can see that it is very glossy. It's kind of flimsy, but it's very glossy. And when you open it up, it has the first album, Destroyer, and Dynasty is where where it says More Kiss. Instead of the first 3 albums, it's replaces with Dynasty and with Destroyer. Of course, Destroyer and Dynasty wasn't out when this album was originally released, but it was out whenever this was released. And the cool thing about it was it also had the insert. It also had the booklet to it, which was really cool considering this was such a late pressing for this album. So this is, I think, unless some maxi single or something that I have is a foreign pressing, this might be the only foreign pressing that I have. Although I do have I think I have a German version of an album that we may see in just a little bit. Maybe. All right, next up is tag number 3. This is Hotter Than Hell. What is your favorite KISS vinyl score from 2024? And this is submitted by the Record Spinner. I looked back at the albums that I bought in 2024. 2024 was kind of an off year for me, especially towards the end of the year. I didn't buy very many albums this year at all from KISS Online. And I wasn't just really digging a lot of the things that they were putting out, or when they put them out, I was just maybe, sometimes might not have been able to get online in time to make the purchase. So I didn't get a lot of albums in 2024. But one album I did pick up in 2024 that I'm a big fan of is the 30th anniversary of Revenge. And that very foil Mylar cover. And it's got this awesome photo of the band on the dust cover. And the album is a silver, I believe. Yeah, it's a silver, very reflective gray silver with KISS written on there real big, and not in their usual type logo, the rounded S's. And this is just an awesome looking album altogether, with the picture of the guys on the back and the foil on the front, the Mylar. I do like that they did a lot of that foil type covers. I don't dig having to buy things bundled. I wish I could just get a colored vinyl by itself and not have to buy a shirt or a hoodie or something that I'm just not really digging to get. There's a Dynasty package online now, still online, that is the red and the black swirl, and it's the foil cover, which I'd love to have. But you have to you buy a shirt with it, and you get a poster with it, but it's like $71. It's like, why not sell me that album? I'll pay $40 for it. And even $40, take my money and don't sell me the other stuff, because I've got a closet full of shirts, and a lot of times they don't have them in my size. So, I would just like to have just that. So with that, I got a shirt and stuff like that because I really wanted that bad. And I may go back and get some of the other stuff if it's actually available. It's just, I don't know. Will I get it? Will I not? I don't know. Right now, I'm just on the fence about a lot of it. But that is my favorite item that I picked up from 2024. That is tag number 3. Tag number 4, King of the Mountain, your favorite copy of your favorite KISS album. This was submitted by me, by In My Head. So my favorite copy of my favorite KISS album is this copy right here. Now, in the thumbnail, I showed off this copy. This is the 45th anniversary red blue swirl, and it is still sealed. I have not opened it. And a lot of people are like, damn it, man, open your albums. But yeah, I will someday. But yeah, until I'm ready to sit down and enjoy them and fully enjoy them, I keep them sealed. And so this is my favorite album, but not my favorite copy of the album. This is my favorite copy of the album. This is an original Kiss Alive 2, and it has everything. It has a great cover. The cover is in great shape. The front, the back, the iconic front and back, the centerfold, the evolution of Kiss book, the merch form, and somewhere around here is hiding the tattoos. The tattoos are here somewhere, and the tattoos. So yeah, so this is my favorite. This particular copy, this complete copy, it plays great. The albums look great. It plays great, and this is my favorite copy of my favorite album. I don't have, believe it or not, I don't have a lot of Kiss Alive 2. And the reason why I don't is because this copy that I've gotten is so perfect, and it is an original, that I really don't care to have anything else. I'd like to maybe have the 2014, because I like collecting the 2014s. If I did get the 2014, I'd keep it sealed. But the only way I'm going to purchase more other than that is if they do it in some kind of form like this. I purchased this. I'm not really about the picture discs, because the picture discs, they just want too much dang money for them, and they sell out too fast, and then the scalpers want too much money. So don't go after the picture disc. If things were realistic and they made more copies of it, and you could pick it up for, say, $80, I'd find that reasonable, and I'd purchase it. A double album, maybe $100, but you know, not the way it is now. All right, so now we're at tag number 5. I want you to show your favorite Kiss greatest hits record. This comes from Kiss Army Things. My favorite Kiss greatest hits record, I'm old school, so it's going to be double platinum. I really love the way that they reimagined songs on this album, the way they re-recorded Strutter and made Strutter 78. I love the Mylar cover. I loved it since I was a kid. I love the inserts that you get, that you got the award, and that you also had the merch form that was basically a lot of Alive 2 merch that they were just extending into the purchase of this album, and the modified look of the center ring that that we saw with Love Gun, and we would continue to see with the solo albums. I think double platinum is awesome. And there are other really good greatest hits that go down the line. And like I said, I don't know what the other guys have picked, because I didn't want to watch any of their videos before I watched mine, because I didn't want to be not influenced, but I just didn't really want to know what they had thought, because I wanted to be surprised after I did my own submission. So I have a couple copies on vinyl of this. I have this version, which is an original version. And then this is the other thing that I feel like is possibly an import. This is the German version of double platinum. And it's not really a Mylar or anything like that. It's just more like of a gray finish. And yes, of course, it's sealed. It's not been opened. But it's got the track listing on the front with that sticker. And it's got those awesome German, the Kiss logo, that's the squared off, boxed off S's for, instead of the things we've got here on one of my favorite shirts from my favorite album. So that it could possibly be considered a foreign pressing too, but not my favorite. Alive would be my favorite if it come between those two. All right, so next, number 6, Lonely is the Hunter, your prized, rarest Kiss record. Tales of a Kiss Geek submitted this one. I don't have what I consider a lot of rare KISS albums. It is definitely not from a lack of looking for them. Like there's some rare KISS albums out there I'd like to have, like the misprint, the KISS Alive 2. I still look for that. And the there's a particular pressing of Alive that has an etching in the dead wax and the runoff groove by one of the original either masters or somebody. I can't remember their name right now. The name's leaving me. You can put it in the comments if you're paying attention. I'd like to have the copy of that. I check every Alive that I see to see if that's there. This record is this record is my runner-up. This is the one I was originally considering because it's rare-ish, but it's not rare-ish. It's not impossible to obtain. I actually got this one off of Etsy back in 2018, and it is the Teardrop. See there, Paul got the Teardrop. This is the Teardrop pressing of KISS Rock and Roll Over, one of my favorite albums, and it's in great shape. It was owned originally by, we like to wax about original owners. It was originally owned by Chris Odom, as well. One of my Love Guns was. I think I got this and a Destroyer and a Love Gun that was all owned by Chris Odom. And there's the album. The album's in great shape. This particular album does not have the sticker because I think that this did not, and they did not include the sticker with these, but the sticker is the Rock and Roll Over sticker. And I actually have quite a bit of Rock and Roll Overs too. I counted before I started my video, and I think I have 8 Rock and Roll Overs, just usually because I pick one up every time I see it. Because I love this version of this album. I love this album, not just this version, but I love having this version, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. But I think one of the more records to find that is probably one of mine that I picked up that I never thought that I would get is the original vinyl of You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best. This is sealed, which makes it even more rare. And this is the album that you kind of really, this is not the what do you call it? The KISS box set or the Kissteria box set. It's not part of that. This is actually an original release that was not really in the catalog anymore. And it's kind of hard to find on vinyl. You'll run across it every once in a while, on CD. But this is a sealed version of it. And I would say it's one of my rare. I don't consider really anything in my collection rare, unless I've got something, a diamond in the rough, and I don't know it. But yeah, I would say that this is one of my rare albums that is my favorite. So number 7 is Got Love for Sale, the KISS album that you feel is the most valuable in your collection. I don't really know. I know that some of the stuff I have based on that it's original pressings and that it's early pressings and in pretty good condition, a lot of them sealed. I don't very often go checking and see what the value of something is. But I assume that even though I've already showed this album, I would think that this album is probably worth more than what I paid for it. I paid $100 for it. And I think at the time that I purchased it, which has been a couple years ago now, it was tracking being worth more than that. So I don't know if it's worth that now, more or less. I don't know. I don't know if these things go up and down in value like stocks or what. But I would think that this is probably my most valuable. I've probably got stuff that costs more, of course, with box sets and stuff. But some of those things can still be bought, and they cost more than this. So maybe one of the box sets behind me is the most valuable if you look at the logic of that. But I just feel like that this is something that would be more sought after if somebody was like, come after me in my collection, be like, hey, I'd want that. So, but yeah, I may be off base on that, but that's just what I think. Tag number 8, give me more. Your favorite KISS album insert. That's from ItsAllForYouDemon. There's so many great inserts. As soon as I saw that, I thought about the Love Gun from Love Gun. I remember having pop. And I've got one that's still in the cardboard. I've got one that's put together with additional pops, the additional bangs, not pop, bang, bang. I started thinking about the Rock and Roll Over sticker. I started thinking about the insert in the first Kiss Alive album. But the more and more I thought about it, when it come to inserts, it probably has to be the insert collection kit that is inside of Kiss Alive 2. My baby here. Like I said, it has the tattoos. The tattoos are awesome. It has just the insert alone is amazing just to have. The merch form is amazing to have. But this has to be my favorite insert simply because it is a magazine, a mini magazine inside of the album. And it's the evolution of KISS. And even though they did this in the first record, in the first Alive, this is my era of KISS. The Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun. Well, I'd say Love Gun because it's those Love Gun costumes that makes this book amazing to me. These pictures, so many things are based off these pictures. And you know, like with Ace here, it's the cover, it's the vest of his Halloween costume. And I think even the jean is his costume that you have right here. And just the cover, those photos that, you know, that reminds me of the KISS trash can that I had. And then you get to the back where Peggy Tamarkin talks about a little the evolution of KISS and how they evolved, and just the pictures here that are on the front in that sepia tone to make them look older than they were. You see the dangerous KISS that then evolved into the machine of KISS. This, I used to just sit and stare at this book and listen to this album. So yeah, I can start getting nostalgic and start waxing and just talk for hours and hours about Kiss Alive 2 and the music of Kiss Alive 2, the songs of Kiss Alive 2, the packaging of Kiss Alive 2, and the insert and the artwork of Kiss Alive 2, because it's my favorite Kiss album from my favorite era. So, but yeah, those inserts are the bomb. My favorite inserts. Tag number 9, a couple more tags to go, 10 in total. Tag number 9, Sweet Pain. Which KISS record was a must-have but hurt the wallet? That's from KISS Army Things. Once again, I had to have the Destroyer box set when it came out. That was expensive, $250, some $200, $250, around there. For what you got, I thought it was worth it. I had to have the KISS Creatures of the Night and the color vinyl and the half speed. I had to have that stuff. I had to have them, and that hurt the wallet. But I knew, and I've already showed this album. Maybe I should show something different. But if I'm being truthful, I knew that I had to have this album when I saw it. I knew it was out there. I'd had it on CD, and I'd had it on cassette, not on CD, but I'd had it on CD, not on cassette, but I'd had it on CD, and I never had it on vinyl. And I knew it was available on vinyl, and I knew that it was kind of difficult to find because it was an album that didn't sell very well on vinyl, and there wasn't a whole lot of them out there, and you can't find this vinyl very much. And I'll admit at the time it hurt to pay $200 for, or $100 for it, considering it originally sold for $17.99 back in the day when it went on sale. So yeah, that hurt a little bit, but I had to have it. It's still one of my things in my collection that I love. Number 10, See You in Your Dreams. What KISS vinyl pressing are you hoping to secure in 2025? And of course I don't have it because I would like to. I'm still always going to be looking out for KISS without the original KISS album, without Kissin' Time on it. I always look out for that anytime I see a copy online of KISS, their first album, or when I see it in the store. I always look to see, and it's like a needle in a haystack, but I always look out for it. I'm always going to be looking out for the Alive 2 misprint. I know that's like a needle in a haystack, but man, it seems like people just find it left and right. And they'll be like, oh, look what I found in a thrift store. And it makes me want to go to every dang thrift store in my area. But I go into thrift stores and all I find is just old junk. I don't have good luck in thrift stores, not at all. I have better luck in vinyl stores, but a lot of times I think that vinyl has already been, the people that run record stores around me, I think they know about certain KISS albums and they know their value, and they may not sell them on their store, and they may put them up on eBay when they do come in. There are versions of KISS Alive. There's versions of KISS Alive 2 that's the misprint, and there's versions of the original KISS album without Kissin' Time on eBay, but you're going to pay for them. So I try to just maybe one day see if I get lucky and I catch somebody that don't maybe know what they have, or catch something in the wild and somebody maybe not know what they have, and I catch a break on it. Otherwise, I think the only other thing I'm going to be looking out for in 2025 is if KISS Online puts out something that I really am looking forward to getting, another box set maybe, and something that we've not seen yet. Or I may take a look at the foil albums that's come out. You know, they've had Hotter Than Hell come out. They have had Dynasty come out. And some of those albums, they had Hot in the Shade come out. So I think it'd be real cool. Maybe Crazy Nights. Even though Crazy Nights isn't my most favorite album, it'd be really cool to see that done in foil or in Mylar. So I'll keep my eye out for things, but I guess just right off the top of my head, it would probably be the first KISS album without Kissin' Time and KISS Alive 2 with the misprint. But anyway, that's all I've got. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. First video of the year. It's been good to get back up in the room. It's hard for me to get up here these days. Life is so busy. I do have another video that I'm going to be filming shortly, coming up this week. And don't want to say too much about it just yet, but it's one that I've been promising for a while. So that will be coming soon. And but as for this is the 2025 KISS vinyl tag. And thank you again to the Record Spinner for inviting me to be involved. And I encourage you to go out and make your own videos. Make your own videos about, or comment your picks down in the comments section. Like the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And once again, check in the description. I'm going to tag these other channels, and you can go watch their videos as well. I'm sure mine is probably the longest because I'm long-winded, and I can stretch a subject, man. So, and I appreciate everybody that's been watching the videos of Critical Kiss, the first 2 albums. We've done the first 2 albums. We've hit like 600 and 700 on those first 2 videos for the debut album and for Harder Than Hell, respectively. We've hit 100 followers, which is great. Great to everybody who is subscribed. If you've not saw those videos, go check them out. Go check them out. And if you've watched the videos and if you're subscribed, thank you so much. Me and AJ and Tommy will be shooting the video for Dress to Kill, which is one of my favorite Kiss albums. It is going to be coming up. We're going to be filming that sometime middle of this month, mid-January, around the 15th, if nothing changes. So you should be seeing that video later on. So thank you once again to Record Spinner and to the other guys who collaborated, to Rick from ItsAllForYouDemon, and Xander from Kiss Army Things, and Glen from Tales of a Kiss Geek. This has been the KISS 2025 Vinyl Tag. I am Brent, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.